An 88-year-old white supremacist is in critical condition this morning after allegedly opening fire at the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. Security guards shot back. One guard was killed. We have CBS News correspondent Sheryl Attkisson and Bob Orr standing by. First, Sheryl is at the museum. Good morning, Sheryl.
Good morning, Julie. The Holocaust Museum is closed today to honor the memory of Stephen Tyrone Johns. He's the security guard who was shot and killed on duty yesterday.
Stephen Tyrone Johns had worked security at the Holocaust Museum for 6 years when an 88-year-old man stepped inside the main visitor's entrance with his rifle visible.
And people started yelling, "Hit the floor, hit the floor."
Police say the second the gunman entered, before reaching the metal detectors, he raised his weapon and started shooting. He hit Johns. 2 other security guards returned fire, wounding the gunman. Johns died a short time later at the hospital. He was 39.
We heard about it. He had passed on the way down to the hospital.
When I had heard about what happened, I was just sad, mad at the guy that shot him.
The suspect, identified as James Whitaker von Brunn, was hospitalized in critical condition. He posted this photo of himself on a website promoting white supremacist material. Police and federal agents converged upon his Annapolis, Maryland apartment looking for evidence.
It is kind of scary that you really don't know in a place this compact who you're living next door to. You know, they could seem friendly one day and then go to a museum and kill people the next day.
This morning, the Washington Post is reporting that police found a notebook in the suspect's possession that also had a list of 10 other Washington, D.C. area locations, including the National Cathedral. Julie?
CBS's Sheryl Attkisson. Thanks. Joining us now are 3 people who were at the Holocaust Museum yesterday at the time of the shooting. Maria Hernandez was inside the building. Charles and Susie Towater were just about to enter it. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Maria, let me begin with you because I understand you actually saw the security guard get his gun out and start to shoot. Tell me about that.
We heard shooting, and I wasn't quite at the glass doors yet. And just to see what was going on, as I saw the crowd go towards me, I ran towards the front where the glass doors were, and there I saw the security guard pull out his gun and start firing at the shooter.
And then what happened?
And then I looked back to see if my grandparents, my family was okay, and I turned around and I saw the second security guard lay flat on his belly. So he looked badly hurt.
Charles and Susie, let me turn to the 2 of you because the 2 of you were about to walk into the museum when this shooting occurred. What happened, Charles?
Well, we heard gunshots. Just before we got to the museum, we weren't quite sure where they were coming from, so we kept going toward the museum, and as we got in front of the museum across the street, we saw then what was going on, and the police were very active. We saw someone run down the alley beside there, and a police officer went there, or security guard, but I think he was just getting people away from there, and then we saw the body lying on the pavement and got a look at that, and then by that time the police had noticed that we were there, so they wanted us to get out very quickly, and so we did. That was the scene to us.
Yeah. Susie, I understand you were running 5 minutes late, and if you were running on time for the 1 o'clock tour, you and your husband would have actually been in there in the middle of it. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah. I'm counting my blessings this morning, and because we were 5 minutes late and we would have been right there at the door. And my husband says he'll never get upset.
Yeah.
He'll never get upset again when I'm 5 minutes late. But we feel very grateful that we weren't there. But it was a very sad thing to see.
Well, it sounds like the 2 of you definitely have guardian angels. Maria Hernandez, Charles and Susie Towater, we thank you, and we're thankful you're all safe.
Thank you.